The previous regular meeting of April 17, 2018.
All right, are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to the minutes? All right, if not, unanimous roll will be attached. And at this time, if I may ask to suspend the rules of order to allow a presentation to a special Dearborn night here in our crowd. Do I have an offer and support? Offered by Councilman O'Donnell, supported by Councilman Serini. All right, so tonight I wanted to recognize an individual, a young man here in our city. And I got to thinking, somebody had asked me, to sort of highlight somebody that's been doing something kind of different and special here in our city. And I thought about it last week, and I was talking to the mayor about it. Last week we had a group of people that came here to, I would say, maybe protest or show maybe something that wasn't so positive, or what they thought would not be so positive about Dearborn. But then I was thinking about the last two meetings. We had a Fulbright scholar, where Councilman Serini had presented with a citation. We had an individual who was the #1 state wrestling champion, who Councilman Bazzi had honored. And it just shows that we have a lot of great talent here in our city. We have a lot of positive things going on here. And so I thought, here's a new twist to it. We have an individual in our city that is a very popular gamer. Now, for some of us, my generation on up, we're not as familiar with gamers, but some generations had the Bee Gees, Beatles, New Kids on the Block, you name it. Well, here today we have, okay, I'm the Bee Gees person. Today we have an individual. His name is Ali Kabbani. He's known as Myth. And here I am, I'm in the vehicle saying, Ali Kabbani, Myth, who's that? And I have an 11-year-old in the back seat going nuts. My son Adam telling me, Mom, are you kidding me? It's the Myth. And literally tears were coming in to his eyes and saying, I want to meet him, I want to meet him. Well, apparently, Ali, or Myth, had an event, a recent event on Saturday. So a week after we had this group that came, he comes and he has a meet and greet, and to my surprise, he had thousands of kids. Young and teenagers and 20-something-year-olds and some adults with their children here just so they could meet him. And I was flabbergasted, honestly. I never expected that. But that's the generation, this is the modern age that we're in today. But apparently, Ali is pretty popular on the internet. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram, YouTubers. He has been, through his talent, which is basically being a gamer, is you play video games, but there's a certain strategy and intellect in doing it. I know that parents are quick to dismiss the idea that there's strategy to it, or that it can be something that can be challenging, but he is obviously an example of where it can be. And he's able to, basically what he does, he plays, people watch him, he's able to show a lot of the neat things that he can do over there while playing. An article was even written about him by Forbes magazine, which is pretty impressive, but it talks about equating what he does to playing chess. So it does take some intellect and obviously brains to be able to be as challenging a player as he is. He has been recently recruited to be a captain of a new Fortnite, and for those of you that don't know Fortnite, I think it's the video game right now for the last few months, team, and among other things. I know that he's going big places. He's given some really positive tips for our children about not giving up, going back, thinking about things mentally and how you can challenge yourself and not really taking a loss as a loss, but as a way to improve yourself. And those are the types of positive things that we want to keep hearing about. So it is my honor today to invite Ali Myth Kabbani up here so that we can present him with a citation. And basically it says, Mayor John B. O'Reilly Jr. joins with the Dearborn City Council in recognizing Ali Myth Kabbani for your stellar achievements in the gaming world and for inspiring millions of followers on Twitter, Twitch TV, YouTube, and Instagram. We appreciate that your tremendous accomplishments have drawn attention to Dearborn in a positive way, including through a high-energy event on April 28th, 2018 that attracted, people here, hundreds, it should have been thousands, of fans to our city, people from all over the state and different parts of our nation. That's what was impressive. And we are proud that you began your road to fame in Dearborn and are a Fortson High School graduate. I'll let that pass. success and wishing you well in your future endeavors as you continue to add to your acclaim with your prestigious position with Team Solo Myth. So Ali, if you could come on up here.
I am too.
Did you want to say anything? Do you want to speak in here?
Yeah, sure. Just a huge thank you. I think you nailed it on like the points of my kind of views on mentality and nailed it on the few points of mentality and growth that I try teaching people. Those are kind of the main focal points that I do kind of revolve my stream around, and just my life in general. Whenever I'm taking or trying to learn something, it's always about the journey and the end goal, and just don't let anything bring you down if you're really committed, and if you want to do it, you can do it.
Oh, perfect. I just want to mention we also have a small fan base here in the audience, so he's attracted quite a crowd of people.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, everybody right here. Thank you. Looks great. One more. Let's get smiles. Thank you.